Hello viewers, welcome to Hila-P Sports and Entertainment TV. We are back again and this is a weekend review. CBN, we are back again and you are welcome to the show.
It's good to be back.
CBN, it has been a very low one for some top teams as far as the Premier League is concerned. What really have played out right there in the midweek. I was surprised. I don't know whether you were surprised also. In some of the games.
Yeah, of course, there were so many surprises. A lot of them in the midweek, fixtures. So
then one of the surprising one, or can I say one of the biggest one, a 9-goal thriller right there at Fulham Stadium. City beating them by 5-4.
Yeah, it was very, very surprising. Like nobody expected that amount of goals to be scored in that game.
Yeah, definitely.
And to even see Manchester City struggle to beat Fulham, it was surprising because they nearly drew the match.
Definitely.
Just that they held on and then they got the 3 points.
So looking at the likes of Chukwueze, he will be, Chukwueze scoring twice, and also he will be also finding the back of the net. I was so happy for these Nigerian players.
Yeah, it's a good thing to see that they are scoring goals in their clubs. And scoring against Manchester City is a different thing. I mean, scoring goals is good, but when you score against Manchester City,
big teams,
I mean, it's a very good thing to see, and then it gives them this motivation.
Definitely. And looking at what really happened after the whistle, you saw Pep Guardiola hugging and interacting with the Chukwueze. You will know that definitely.
I'm sure he was having like, boy, he nearly gave me heart attack.
Definitely.
because Chukwueze was scoring goals. I mean, he scored 2 goals,
he did.
And when Manchester City were leading by 5 goals to, I think it was 5 goals to 2.
Yeah,
and then Chukwueze came on and then scored 2 goals. And I mean, if you were Guardiola, you would
definitely.
Where is this Nigerian boy coming from? What is this one?
definitely. So kudos to Chukwueze, and it will be despite them losing the game with Fulham, but at least they gave their all. They really tried their best to at least to find to be in the score sheet in that particular game. CBN Bournemouth we lost at home to Everton by just a lone goal for the first time in many years. Everton going to Bournemouth and beating Bournemouth by a lone goal without deflection from Grealish.
Yes.
CBN, how did you see that game?
Yeah, it was a very fantastic performance from Everton. Yeah. I mean, Everton's story so far in recent time has really been like way up and down. And, I mean, against Manchester United, they were out of this world. They played Manchester United with 10 men from the first half, and then defeated them by a lone goal. And then they went to Newcastle and then lost by 4-1.
Yeah,
they entertained Newcastle and lost 4-1. I mean, when you look at the way they went in those 2 games, you just understand that Everton, even though they are not unpredictable, but on a very good day, they can play a very wonderful football. And then they can get the whole 3 points whenever they decide.
Which they did. At least they scored late. They held on and they kept pressing.
And Bournemouth, on the other hand, they are just in the opposite direction of this.
You have said that before because I don't know what is happening to them at the moment.
Seriously, they're disappointing.
This is a particular team that you praised, because if you look at them, not only that you praised them, we also saw what happened there when the season started. They were unplayable. Exactly. They were taking teams,
exactly.
But I'm surprised that in few games, more than, let me say 5 to 6 games at the moment, they have not been any time close to their what.
Yeah, they've been very, very poor.
Oh,
that's been very, very poor.
So what could be the problem? Is there anything like what could be the issue?
I'm sure this your question is exactly the same question their coach will be asking himself.
Yeah.
That's talking about Anthony Raola.
Yeah,
he'll definitely be asking himself what is actually going wrong with me or with the squad. Because I mean, initially there was a time Anthony Semenyo had injury and then he missed, I think, one match or 2, and they were still not performing. I felt like, okay, maybe when he comes back they will pick up,
and it seems that maybe he also lost form too.
Yeah, of course. They've lost a lot of form.
Yeah.
Semenyo, even though as a team they've lost form, and then those individual players they had that were doing all those magics and week in week out for them, they've actually
even Kluivert was expecting Kluivert to be able to fit in, but he has been.
I think the coach needs to find the way. I think it's not just the individual players generally. I think. Like you mentioned, as a team, the coach needs to organize them back again the way he did. He needs to give them that courage, that motivation, and find the tactics that will work well for them. Okay.
Now look at we saw what happened there at Newcastle. Tottenham surprised us. Tottenham went down. They had to draw by 2 because I was watching the game. I was like, what is happening? Because after Newcastle scored, they have to equalize. We got to score again, and there was some person, the captain of the Tottenham the sports captain, Romero scoring the two goals. They scoring the bicycle kick, the bicycle, and also the I think is it the header or whatever. So, but I think he really gave Tottenham leading by example as a skipper.
Yeah, I think that very day, Romero single-handedly insisted that they were not going to lose that game.
Definitely.
No matter what happens. He just told himself that today is not the day. But well, it's quite unfortunate that now we will say that Tottenham surprised us because they got a draw against Newcastle. That goes to show you how much they have gone down, how much form they've lost, how bad they are this season. Yes. Because on a normal, we would expect Tottenham to beat Newcastle wherever they're, whether home or away. But for them to go there and get the 1 point, even though they did not play very well, but somehow they had to come back in 2 occasions to equalize the game and get 1 point. It's a good one. Although the problem they have is still there.
Yeah.
Thomas Frank needs to still find a solution to the issue, the problem they're having, because they're not going anywhere with this performance. And if they should by any chance finish at the position they finished last season or around the position they finished last season, that's a very bad one for
so you have said it all. Sports need to need to stand up and keep pushing. Okay, another goal rush at Ahmed Stadium. Brighton losing to Aston Villa by 4 goals to 3. See, in that particular game, it was as if that's why I call it I named it a goal rush, because when you score the other replies, you score a reply, but at the end of the day, Aston Villa had the day.
Yeah, Aston Villa is a team on a mission right now.
Definitely,
they are in the top, a very top form. They're at the top of form of their life right now.
Yeah.
And the way they are going, if they continue this way, it's going to really be a very good one for them. Brighton on the other side is a team that is very unpredictable.
Equip them like Everton, like you said,
exactly.
Or even Tottenham.
Exactly.
Going up and down.
Yes, they are very, very unpredictable. I mean, facing
they're inconsistent.
They're very inconsistent. Yes. They can go tomorrow and play like a world champion, and then the next day they are losing like a relegated team in the championship.
Definitely.
So against Aston Villa, I mean, they actually did try, because they scored 3 goals, even though they considered 4. But Aston Villa, in my own opinion, is the one of the teams to beat in the Premier League right now.
Okay, Crystal Palace going to Burnley and to get snatched that particular 3 points just with a long goal. What do you have to say?
Yeah, it was a very fortunate outing for Crystal Palace. I mean, it's not like they played very badly, but still, they had to go home with 3 points yes. After beating Burnley by 1 goal to nothing.
Yeah.
Well, it's another story. This Crystal Palace story is similar to that of Aston Villa right now, because the way they are going, they are really very strong. Yeah. I mean, Oliver Glasner has been impressive. Yeah. We all know that he has carried
with the style of play.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. He has carried this team with a very fantastic idea, football idea, and is helping them to where they are at the moment in the Premier League. Even with all the players, even with the other players they've lost last summer, he's still doing a fantastic job.
Okay, and something I also played that right there at Wolves. Said them, Nottingham Forest going there to pick all the quiet 3 points, and also with the long goal.
Yeah, it was a very good outing for Nottingham Forest, even though the game was going from end to end that very day, because the Wolves had their own opportunity. I think Wolves has a very big problem right now.
Yeah,
because you would expect that they were going to get their first win of the season against Nottingham Forest, a team who has not really performed in any level close to what people had expected from them. But Wolverhampton Wanderers was, I think they are gone. It's done. It's over. They are going to find themselves in the championship next.
The league leaders are doing what they're expected of them, digging it deep. That's why you say London derby. They have to beat Brentford by 2 goals to 0.
Yeah, normally we expected that.
Definitely.
Everybody expected Arsenal to beat. And Arsenal, the way they are playing is that they are the type. They are showing the type of strength and the type of mentality that a Premier League champion always shows before they get the title. Yeah. So the way they are winning teams, when they meet smaller teams, no matter how badly they play, no matter how sluggish they are, no matter how much time it takes them to score a goal, they always get that goal and then get the 3 points. Yeah. And as long as they continue this way, except it will take a total collapse in form and in management for them to lose this title.
Okay, now the surprising one right there, in the Premier League on Wednesday, Chelsea losing to Leeds United by 3-1. CBN.
Well, I think it's the most surprising results on Wednesday because everybody after that performance against Arsenal, everybody thought like, okay, Leeds United,
they're going to blow them off.
Free 3 points for Chelsea.
Yes.
I'm very sure Chelsea fans were not.
I didn't really play with two man or one man down because I don't understand what happened that day.
It was very bad outing for Chelsea, and I think the problem is from the coach. I think the way he decided to bench
Maresca.
I think about 6 first team players,
definitely
put them in the bench, and then brought in fringe players to come and play against Leeds United,
who are home. Who are home
that nearly drew against Manchester City, that gave Manchester City a run for their money.
Yeah,
and you're benching 6 of your first team players, because I'm going to include Caicedo because even though he's recorded, but we'll still count him among the players that were benched.
Definitely.
So you're going to play Leeds United with that kind of lineup, and you choose to play Trevor Chalobah in the right back. And then he decided to Tosin and Abadashile. I mean, it was a very bad decision.
Very poor decision. And I was expecting him to kind of own up and say that this is a mistake from me. But he ended up by saying that they're better than us.
That's one problem with some of these coaches when they put it in their mind, their head that they can actually bring out any excuse
and lose a game
and then give us any excuse, give anybody that cares to listen excuses about why they lost the match. I mean, there was no excuse. It was a very bad decision for him, and maybe he should have just found a way and admitted the error.
Thank you.
Do you understand?
Thank you.
Because he was the one that selected the team that played, and it's backfired.
Definitely.
Man, look at the goals they conceded. Yeah. It was very poor. The backline were very poor. Tosin is not even qualified to play with for a club like Chelsea in the first place.
Okay, viewers, Maresca should sink in, own it up, sink it in. Maresca, Enzo Maresca. You have to own it up and sink it in. That you really goofed, you really messed up in that particular game. It's normal, it happens, but you have to own it up. Not blaming that they are better than you, that they don't have anything. Well, you don't have. It's not an excuse. If it was to be in my Abramovich era, I don't think you have time to start explaining this.
No.
I don't think you have time to explain it.
I don't think he would have still been the coach of Chelsea if it was back then.
Definitely. Now, surprising one also, Liverpool had to end up a 1-1 draw against Soda. They had to keep. They actually came from behind.
Just for the respect we have for Liverpool, we can actually include it among the surprises.
As the defending champions.
And then again, as the defending champions, we can include it among the surprises. But
definitely.
These days, Liverpool leaves little for surprises for anybody. They are just giving out points so anybody that gets to collect. So even before the match, we knew Sunderland they are very good right now. Definitely. They are very coordinated and they are good.
Yes.
So we knew it was not going to be easy for Liverpool. Yeah. And if they had lost, I don't think it would have been a huge surprise. I mean, you just lost against PSV.
We know they have been listening.
You just lost against PSV 4-1.
That's why we didn't have West Ham the last time.
And then one West Ham, yes, but still. We expected that they were going to have it very tough against
Sunderland. When they did, and they had to. Anfield.
Drawing a 1-1 against Sunderland. I think Florian Wirtz scoring his first goal is another good plus.
I think it wasn't recorded on his behalf. I think it was a deflection, so it was recorded as an own goal.
Are you serious? I thought they were giving it.
It was recorded as an own goal. So
that guy is very unlucky. That guy is very unlucky.
I was happy for him when the goal went in.
Yeah, that guy is very unlucky because since he came to Liverpool,
it hasn't been
a shadow of himself.
Seriously, he hasn't.
It's Florian Wirtz that we know. He creates chances. He gives assists.
I'm hopeful that
when he was.
I'm hopeful that he should just even if he doesn't score, at least that assist is okay for. Okay, now the client top CBN United were held yesterday by West Ham. In just the 9 minutes of the game, United were ahead after scoring early. You know, that particular this was like a game was
we know when they scored early and when Manchester United
in the second half,
we thought in the second half we thought that
it was over. In fact, I mean the players, if you look at their body language,
yes.
they relaxed.
Yeah,
I was listening to commentator. Sorry, the commentator told them that. See, seriously, United when West Ham equalized, he was saying that he really said that seriously, United they were relaxed. In fact, they were sleeping, thinking that it is already done.
It's done and dusted.
Seriously, and a particular player surprised me yesterday. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He really showed that yes, you might have sold me, but I have to back and I showed you why I'm back.
Yeah, I think when they scored, they went back and then
they
felt like okay, let us hold
this game, and
that was a very bad decision for Manchester United, very very poor one. And I think the only person that should be blamed is their coach Amorim, because
they're calling for his head.
Yeah. I think it's the only one that should take the whole blame because.
Sibi, I'm sorry, you tried to cut short. Sibi, are we expecting him to be asked because? You know the first are calling for his head. Even if you look at body language of Sir Alex Ferguson when the camera caught him, you know, he wasn't so happy about that particular game.
Yeah.
If you're home and you're leading these guys, you have to dominate this game.
And the West Ham team that has not really performed
at all.
That's good.
Seriously.
I mean, West Ham team that many people have beaten. In
fact, 2 consecutive home games. Manchester have been on shambles.
Yeah.
Okay, even against Everton, 10 men against Everton.
Yeah.
Came there and beat you.
I think it's a very difficult one to take for Manchester United and their fans. Okay, because you know, at the time it felt like Amorim was going to has actually shaped the team very well for them to actually make that move up the table.
Yeah.
But he kept like losing points especially at home. To teams that he should beat. I think that's the anger. That's the bone of contention now, because there are teams that you should beat when they come to your home, and not playing the way they played. But he might not be sacked this season. I think even if he's going to be sacked, I think they will definitely allow him to stay till the end of the season.
Okay. Well, viewers, thank you so much. And this is we end up what we call the weekend review. In fact, we only reacted. We are just reacting to what really played out right there in the midweek. I found the Premier League concerned now how teams like Chelsea, you know, blew up the chances to close up Arsenal, the gap on Arsenal, and also Manchester United drawing at home. You know, we equal with Liverpool also drawing at home. We'll be back and we'll be discussing about what to expect this weekend with these big teams. See whether they will be able to say no. We need to show why we are the big boys in town. Thank you for staying with us, and we'll be back.